This coverage is brought to you by Rami Rent.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to some more disc golf media coverage. We've got the fifth stop on the European Pro Tour. Got round one, front nine feature card from the 2022 Turku Open. I'm Tony Ferro.
And with him, Connor Wood. We have beautiful scoring conditions and weather out here, if anything, just a little bit windy. Quick shout out to the tournament director, Emily Koki, for putting on a fantastic tournament here for our players. As we move into the last numbered tournament for the EPT, with All-Stars coming up, tour standings at an all-time high of importance. We'll take a look at the standings for this tournament so far through 9. We see two leaders, Rico and Ville, at 7 under, with Mikael Häme 6 under on our card. That is crazy. Through 9 in the wind, we see Lukkas at +3, Joonatan and Mikael at 6 and 5 under.
Well, I am excited to see this back 9. Let's kick it off with hole 10, par 3, 101 meters. It's a little tricky, slightly uphill shot with obviously lots of trees in the way. Got a low ceiling as well. Probably going to see this slight flex shot through the middle, or you got the right side that's going to have this nice soft hyzer line. Probably going to be more preferred. OB, as you saw, all the way around the basket.
Beautiful hole as we re-enter the woods, slightly uphill. I think these players not going to be throwing something super overstable, but there is that hyzer angle as he fires through long. Oh!
That hit a spectator.
That hit a spectator. It was firing OB regardless. If anything, that maybe could have brought it in potentially, but
I thought it was going to be honest. It looked like it had the spin on it after it hit him to come back in, but it did not, unfortunately. But that was what it should have done. It should have stayed OB. That was going way OB.
So, no change in result for the player's end.
And then we saw
maybe
Mikael,
just a bruise for the spectator.
Yes, sir. And Mikael catching the Guardians right in the middle of the fairway. Lukkas with a roller.
I think he also got caught up on the right side. So we see Tuomas looking for that hyzer gap on the right. Also connects with a tree. But I believe he is the closest of the inbounds players. We'll see Mikael now up first for his approach.
Oh no.
Oh, the
last
one tree to miss.
Dang.
It's gotta hurt.
Looked good out of the hand, though.
It did, and I think a smart choice of gap there from him. We'll see if Lukkas now can make his way out of the woods. Clean.
Beautiful approach. 2 meters away. Easy clean up.
Tuomas also opting for that easy 3. Nice approach by him. And we'll see how much Mikael is left with here. That's a long par save. As he pops it up.
Oh, man.
I thought he was dropping that in.
For sure.
Something was in the air.
Oh, see, he pumped it down that time. See, pumped down, par save. Get it.
Great stuff. He has been really strong on the green so far in this round 1. Tuomas stress-free. Lukkas also taking an easy 3 after a great approach shot. And that will be Mikael tapping in his bogey, having gone OB.
Do you have, by any chance, how many birdies were on this hole? Because, my gosh, it seems to play like a soft par 4.
There were 10 birdies, 57 pars, 18 bogeys, and even a couple more above that.
Dang.
So, 10.
Well, there will probably be a few more birdies on this hole, as we got hole 11, par 4, 210 meters. Downhill shot off the tee is going to just get you somewhere out there, set yourself up to go through that gap of trees that you saw. Approach is going to be the big shot here. You can get into a little trouble with the wind going OB left here, but... Oh.
But without a good tee shot, the angle of the approach can get really troublesome.
Yeah, I was just going to say, as we watched Joonatan overcook his tee shot, right side, he is safe, but that's going to be a cutoff angle. Got Lukkas up next with an FX2, pretty overstable fairway as he's rolling.
I like this idea if it can turn up and over, but that is
no.
holding the cut angle and off it goes. I like the idea. I think the execution was not quite there, especially in the wind. Overheads and rollers can be very tricky.
I would agree completely.
As we see Tuomas now, hopefully going to make a correction, has a few wind reads on his card mates as he goes for the big anhyzer into roller as well. Or is that just a flex? Oh my god. That is flattening out, panned out almost through to the other side. Wow.
Oh my god, these guys are attacking this way differently than I was expecting.
As we look at the form, the strong plant, and the huge rip and follow through. Great control, and what a bomb by Tuomas there to get aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, you can really see these guys are just kind of going all out, just turning something over and just hoping for the best result that they can get.
And to be honest, what Mikael did there is what I was expecting more people to do, just the big forehand hyzer to position yourself to go through on the second. But I like the aggressive play, especially Lukkas going roller. That's, I like the idea. He didn't quite hit the fairway, but that's an aggressive decision right there. As he catches trees on his way, he does seem to remain in bounds.
Yeah, a little bit short there, in some cabbage. We'll have to see what he's got for his approach. Mikael looking to go roller, I think. Oh gosh, yeah, he's got a few trees in his way.
Just a couple.
But
as he gets that forehand angle out, did it turn over? It's still going.
Wow.
It is still going. That's a crazy path to take a roller of all things.
I can't believe he made it through all that. I mean,
that was a slick move.
That is one way to get it done. He is putting for birdie.
Is Joonatan also? Bro.
So
he fires that one up. Come on, stop moving. Curl up.
Sit. No.
Oh, the little tree.
Dude.
I thought he was going to curl back in, be sitting pretty, maybe edge of circle, but catches the OB. Great try by Joonatan. And I believe that was Tuomas there with a nice little chip hyzer approach. Very simple from his lie. Great aggressive shot off the first to just make his second that routine.
Oh, yeah.
And this is by no means routine.
No, just a couple rocks on your lie, kneeling down there. Great little approach. Squeaks a little bit long, but nonetheless, nice execution. All right, got the downhill putt. Just
not enough legs.
Yeah. Well, he didn't pump it down.
He didn't pump it that time.
He's got to pump it down to pop it up. I don't understand it, but it works for him.
Pump down, pop up. We'll see Mikael go for it. Just sails a little too much pump there. Mm-hmm. Floated it over the top.
But he's got a little different pump than his bro.
As we see Lukkas now for... Is this his birdie putt, I believe, right? Or no, rather. I think for par, because his early roller went OB, right?
Yeah, bogey,
bogey save. There you go, with the OB stroke. Yeah, that was his fourth throw with an OB off the first. That's right. But great save there. Good putt.
No doubt. Joonatan also to save the par. There you, bogey. Do we have some OB strokes, or did we miss a couple shots?
There's a birdie by Tuomas, and Joonatan had some struggles early on. but we may have missed a throw as we see Mikael there go to 5 under, take his par. Well done to Tuomas to grab a stroke or two.
Hole 12, 122 meter par 3. Got this flat drive off the tee, and then it starts to head downhill. It's a pretty cool shot. It's kind of just like a soft hyzer. You gotta have something glidey though. You can't do just an overstable driver just slamming in. You're gonna have to have something that's gonna just glide down. What up, Janne? Hirsimaki. You can't say anything when that face goes on the screen.
We see Tuomas up first now with that soft hyzer. Just as you mentioned, we'll see him contend with the hillside. Oh, friendly little kick towards the basket as long as it slows down.
I was gonna just mention the big hyzer play with the overstable disc is gonna crash into those trees almost 100%. You gotta have that soft understable disc or just slightly stable that's just gonna fade ever so gently over to the basket.
You can see these big flares coming on the angle of the hill, everything filtering down there. Really a touchy shot here. We see Joonatan lower to the hill, looks like a little bit more of a hyzer angle. We'll see if he can sit it down nicely.
Ooh. Just hard.
That's a good stop.
It is. With the ground play here, it's a really, really tough shot to execute and actually get it to be next to the basket.
And despite being 122 meter par 3, I'd say definitely some lower speed discs going a long way here.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I mean, mid-range is more than enough. Probably.
I think putter could, by these guys, a good 3-speed putter could definitely get its way down there nice and soft.
I totally
with just
agree.
Some angle control. Tuomas from the woods.
Oh, that's in.
There's the pump up and the pop in.
You can just see it from his arm when he lets it go, if it's going to go in or not. Just full confidence, just leans into it, snaps it out.
Catches the leaf, pushes it out of the way, drops it in regardless.
No leaf will stand in the way of that putt. Mikael up to do the same.
But from the knee, doesn't matter. Drops it in anyway.
That's the way. Yeah, tap those leaves. This is a show right now. Come on, Lukkas. You got this. Right on line, just low.
The energy was there just off the knee in an awkward stance. Difficult to get enough pop. And we see Joonatan now, closest of the bunch, unobstructed. Beautiful putt, just hits dead center. This guy has a great looking putt so far today.
Super
Very reliable from that edge of circle length.
Oh yeah. Really solid body. Just keeps it nice and straight wherever he starts the putt off.
Good
Great
stuff.
thing to look at. Lucky 13, par 463 meters. Got this slightly open shot that comes into the woods late. Once you get in here though, we're doglegging left, going up the hill, getting all sorts of trees coming into play. Then you get out, thankfully, back into the open. Got the OB left and a little bit long. But that first shot is essential to place it correctly. Early left is going to be nasty. Tuomas up with a hyzer. Looked like a mid-range hyzer. Just getting it way out there. Perfect placement. That's where you want to be.
Pure as it doesn't hit a thing. Slides all the way up. See Mikael now.
Yeah.
A little bit flatter on the release. He is pushing that backside, but fades out beautifully. And gets a little skip also right up there.
I totally agree. A little wide right, but in the same spot, essentially. Got that gap to look at going into the open.
There's a much more hyzer release by Joonatan.
Ooh, but
As a result, I think a big overstable finish off the hill. He is going to be pinched on his second. May just have to pitch up there. We'll see what he can manufacture. And Lukkas now.
Yeah. Although that is not the basket we are shooting to, looked like it'd be a cool hole.
That late tunnel.
Oh, yeah. Lukkas coming up a bit short, catching a tree on the left side fairway. He will be scrambling here. There is a lot between him and the bat. Oh, he got far enough. He's got just a few more trees.
He's in a good spot for that big hyzer release, which, as you mentioned, he is his preferred angle, and you see why there.
Boom,
As he slides
shakalaka.
right up.
Yeah, first camera angle off the tee didn't look so far, but yeah, he was well
Prime
in position.
placement.
Well in position. This is prime placement.
Pushing that backwards edge of the trees, you see how much it opens it up for him. He just has a nice little forehand hyzer over the crest of the hill and right up there and about 4 or 5 meters away.
Beautiful. Joonatan from deep, looking to scramble through, get a flex shot maybe.
I think he wants it. Doesn't quite get the full flex though. I think a little bit overcooked on the anhyzer. I don't think he got the fade that he wanted. Maybe he attempted a roller, but I think that was a flex line that didn't get the fade.
Easy up and down for par though.
Absolutely.
Tuomas with the super spike sidearm hyzer, bringing it right in near the basket. Oh,
Drops
he's
a
still
little bomb.
trying. Great effort. That was far away to do a jump putt.
Huge jump putt. As he puts himself close as well. Let's see our feature card here finish out hole 13.
All right, come on,
Lukkas.
Lucas. He needs this.
To put it in, I would agree. You know he wants it.
There we
He
go.
needs it and he gets it.
Atta
Birdie
boy.
there.
Second birdie of the round, getting him back to +3. Still has some holes to fight. Get himself an under par round for the day. Would be the goal. That would be my goal now. If I were Lukkas. Mikael, on the other
It
hand,
would be a fair one. Great
he's
birdie
pushing
putt by
on.
Mikael. He's going. He's trucking. As we see Tuomas also snag his birdie there. He's snuck down to -5 now. 3 in a row for Tuomas. He's been playing a very tight game.
Yeah.
Putting them all close, making his putts. Really can't complain about his recent performance on these last few holes.
Absolutely, tying himself up with Joonatan as we move into hole 14, par 3, 79 meters, slightly downhill, have that left to right angle on the fairway. Sidearm is obviously the preferred play as that counterclockwise spin will help you with that downhill slope. Just naturally hyzer to the basket. Do have to control the speed though, as you can see the basket is on a downhill slope.
Oh,
Oh.
Tuomas catches metal, skips it up, hits the bottom of the basket, and unfortunately rolls to edge of circle just a little bit outside, but what a throw.
I was gonna say
Catches
that's one way to stop the disc.
Unfortunately didn't stop soon enough. We'll see Mikael now. I did think Tuomas had quite a high release. It did look very high out of the hand. So we see a much lower line from Mikael, but a very overstable finish, and
Getting that roll again.
there it is.
Yeah, with
both be
only 79
semi-obstructed.
meters downhill, this is not that far of a shot.
It was the 4th easiest hole of the day. I think definitely one all of these players want to get.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again, baby.
Up and over. Can he bring it down?
Oh, stop. No! Oh,
All right, that's a putt.
that's a putt. I mean, it's still...
It's an 80-meter grenade. I think it plays a little bit downhill, but that's impressive stuff.
That's big, boy. That guy, he's got a cannon.
We see Joonatan now looking for that forehand skip shot.
Ooh, a little too flat, maybe. Oh, wow, what some slide.
Solid downhill slide. I think a lower speed disc there didn't quite seem to glide as much, but he'll be putting. As we see Mikael up first.
Outside the circle, uphill. Floater. Oh, just early left. Good bid, though.
Great bid from down there. I think Lukkas with a very similar look in terms of distance. We'll see what sort of gap he has. There you go. He can see it.
Come on now. Come on now.
He's been catching a lot of chains in this round one that are just not staying in. He is centimeters away from 4 or 5 strokes difference through the round, I think.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a hot round from him coming up here. Round 2, round 3. He's going to get one in. This is just not his day.
And Tuomas just a little bit low. Decent bit as we see Joonatan now still up on that hill, putting down.
Oh,
But it's that.
that's unfortunate. In the circle, downhill putt.
No birdies here today on this feature card.
That would have been a big one to capitalize on for Joonatan.
Would have snuck it back against his brother as well as Tuomas to try and sneak his way into second on this card, but here he is for his par. There we go.
All right. Not
We got
much
4
movement.
holes left. Round 1. Exciting stuff.
Hole 15. Uphill 100-meter par 3. Pretty wide open. But what you're going to deal with is this angle of the fairway and the OB wrapped all the way around it. Gotta control the landing here. Wind is going to be a factor for this shot. Don't want to get any skips, rolls. We've seen it happen before on other holes here. It is a theme for this course. Let's see how you can land it.
Tuomas still holding the box. Great soft little hyzer. Looks like it came up just a bit short. But he's about edge of circle, maybe early circle too. Very safe throw.
I do like the line though. Nice flat shot, direct at the basket. You have that headwind uphill.
Match the grade.
Exactly.
Make it simple. Minimize the risk of rollaway or any funky business.
That looked like a grip lock.
Yeah, I don't think his arm released where his body was oriented. I would agree.
Yeah. And just had a little, maybe tried a little too hard. But yeah, that's not where you want to be.
Uphill 100 is no easy task. You do need to have a little bit of a rip here as we see Lukkas all over everything. Puts himself also nicely. I think he's having a pretty flat putt there.
Yeah,
given how
circle's
much he
edge,
fought up.
maybe a little
Yeah.
outside.
I think similar distance to Tuomas, just outside the circle. And Joonatan now.
Big hyzer coming in. It's got to slow down, and it does.
There you go. I believe he is well within there, looking at a 7
yeah.
or 8 meter putt, closest of the bunch.
That was nicely executed. I didn't expect that with that angle to get so straight. Usually the headwind would have probably blown it away is what I would have thought, but
He
good
gave it
ground
a
play.
good width on the release, I think. I liked how wide he threw the hyzer. Mikael there with a little half bid
Clean.
forehand approach.
Clean approach. And Tuomas up next.
Think about 12 meters.
Uphill, headwind. Oh, just floated it over the top.
Super tricky combination there, that uphill and headwind, because you're forced to putt nose up uphill, but then the headwind is really causing trouble. Lukkas with a flatter putt.
Stepper.
Get it! Good stuff.
Come on now.
Pops
Love
that
to
one
see
in
it.
nicely.
And Joonatan up for his putt.
So glidey, a little
Wow.
nose up spin, and he just floats that straight into the chains.
Into the headwind, uphill. That is a tough, tough putt.
So tricky. He's got a great touch. And Tuomas, tons of spin. The wind, much less of a factor when you spin the disc that much. He makes sure to put in his close par putt. And I believe Mikael to do the same.
Oh, yeah, with that beautiful approach. Just a formality tap in for Mikael, keeping him at 7 down.
I liked his little half bid there because the hillside is very forgiving with the forehand. You can kind of run it. I like his choice of risk there.
That is your thing, isn't it? That
The forehand throw in, circle
forehand
3.
throw in stuff.
I love it. Hole 16.
Right, hole 16. We got a pretty easy hole coming up. This, I have to say, it is a must-get. It's an 81-meter par 3 uphill, nothing in your way, open shot. Get this hole.
All of these guys now with an opportunity to either keep the momentum going or find the birdie train, as we see Lukkas now. Beautiful flip up to flat, and look at that soft descent straight under the basket.
Man after my heart with that little hyzer flip dead straight at the basket. Oh yeah, let's look at it again. Just soft flip, little bit of negative turn, coming back
Oh, yeah.
over. Park job.
Such a nice shape. Joonatan now to match. Also on that hyzer release angle, but I think he is not trying to flip this one up to flat. He wants it to swing in left. There you go. And it looked like he snuck up to about 5-6 meters away.
Yeah, we'll have to see how far he's by that bush, though. Might have something to play with. Something in his way for that birdie putt. It's a little bit more direct, but swinging out left and short. Tuomas will have a little bit of work to do to get that birdie.
I think he's about edge of circle. He has been quite strong from that distance so far today. Mikael looking for a similar hyzer flip up, but I think a little bit too much hyzer angle and it begins to stall, but circle 2 putt.
I agree, yeah, with this easy must-get hole, these guys are putting it a little bit away.
And Mikael just a little bit low. A crosswind putting uphill. Got
Never
pushed
had
down.
the height on it. Just never really was over that rim.
But Tuomas cashes it. As he is one to do, he puts that in edge of circle, makes it look easy. He's 6 down now.
Such authority. Love that putt.
Joonatan.
Come on now. Tying with the bro.
Bro. Sick putt, bro. He pops it in for 7 under. And Lukkas with the absolute park job not to be overlooked. Taps in his birdie.
And hey, he's got 2 to go. He could get under par for the round. That would be a huge comeback to this round.
Would be a statement. I think his first birdie after double bogey early on was hole 8. And he's just fought his way and clawed his way back since then. I think he's getting a little bit in the groove now as we move to 17.
Well, a birdie here is no easy feat as we have a 183-meter par 4. Got that downhill tunnel shot off the tee with undulations all over the place on the fairway. OB left-hand side. You're going downhill, back uphill, back downhill, into the trees. Got this fast green, sloping downhill. Can I say this is a tough hole? Or did I say it's a tough hole just with the preview?
Hardest of the day. As Lukkas fires off a nice forehand, maybe a little bit low, but catches a skip over that initial hump. And he'll have a look from fairly center fairway. Maybe a few trees close. We see Joonatan opting for a very straight line there. Backhand into the hill. I believe it cut roll a little bit downwards.
Yeah, you have to think making the gap is goal number 1 off your tee shot. Just get through
absolutely.
these trees. Who cares? Just get past the trees. Don't go OB. Tuomas too high in the air, catching the branches. He will be a little bit short.
And Mikael also looking for the forehand line.
Looking
And
clean.
he looks to have gotten through cleanly, yeah. I think from that far right up the hill, he may just have a big hyzer around the right side as long as he can swing it back in. We'll have to take a look at how close he is to those trees, but we see Tuomas up first, hitting the early gap, not breaking through yet.
Well, he did get further than I expected. He's out of the woods.
Wow. Look at
that.
the standstill forehand.
Flex.
That is huge. From the standstill position, that is a
Holy
putt for
cow.
birdie.
That is crazy good.
Super impressive stuff. We see Lukkas now.
Come on, it's got to turn over. No.
He's playing to the high uphill side, hoping maybe something filters down. I think a game plan to throw forehand rather than backhand there.
Yeah, it's the safe miss. You
Exactly.
get the for sure par. Don't throw yourself into the woods.
Maybe you filter down, catch an edge, slide roll, skip.
Let's see if this does it. Yeah, just a little long from Mikael. But like you said, he's out there. Maybe he's got a look. Otherwise, par is definitely there.
Check this backhand out, hangs it out just a little bit wide right, and I don't think he got much further than that tree he connected with.
Yeah, standstill backhand. When you got to put a lot of power on those, it's tough to find your release point. It's way different than when you do a little soft run up.
Absolutely, as we see him stand still. He looks like he got through nicely.
Yeah, this is no small feat, though.
Oh.
Catching some branches again. Dang it.
The approach catching him out twice in a row. He will be putting, but from quite far downhill towards OB. Lukkas in the same situation.
Yeah, look at that. That's scary.
Smart. From that far out, I think a great decision there by Lukkas to control the length with the Anheuser angle.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not past the basket on this, you might as well just lay it up. Yeah, if you're not in the circle on the uphill slope, because even this.
I was going to say, do you think he takes that?
No
The answer
way.
is no.
No way. I mean, you miss that thing, you're just that far on the other side, no doubt. Even
I thought
if you hit
he
metal.
flashes a little smile there, knowing that he was, I think, close to circle one and decided to just lay it up, which is fair.
Same with Mikael. Mikael had a way better look than I expected. Close to the circle's edge, and he just laid it up.
I thought Joonatan might want it because he had already collected a lot of strokes earlier on, trying to get to the green, but he still plays a smart move. Just secures a safe bogey, as we see Mikael now for his par. Hardest hole of the day, averaging 4.6. A par here is getting over half a stroke on the field. They'll be happy with that.
Dang. Well, here's an easy one to finish it off. Hole 18, par 3, 70 meters. This is an island hole. Pretty fair shot. Downhill, it's not really playing so far. Just gotta land it next to the basket. If not, you will be going to the drop zone, which is about 25 meters from the basket. Nonetheless, get this thing. Finish your round off right.
I love it. Just some simple, pure golf. Put it in the island, make your putt. Lucas has done the first half.
And that'll get him to par if he makes that putt. That is, needless to say, awesome feat. Awesome feat for Lukkas.
Certainly an achievement. So we see another little hyzer bid. Can it slow down as it approaches the back and gets the safety log, and he is safe.
Thank that board.
Mikael, a man of my own heart, just throwing a nice little approach forehand. He looks to be about 6-7 meters.
Tad short with the elevated pin. Might prove to be tricky. But Mikael, he's been putting good all day.
Joonatan hoping for a very overstable finish going that wide, and
Wow.
there it is.
Trust in that disc.
He swung that back in nicely. I was very worried for him out of
I
the
was
hand,
as
but
well. I will say that as well. That was too
Great
wide
trust.
and too flat for my taste.
Agreed, but he knew his disc nicely. Beautiful putt by Mikael there to end his round one at 8 under. Fantastic performance and a great putt to finish him out here on 18.
Not sure how that's going to do with the field, as we saw a few that were 7 down after the front 9. Curious to see how the back 9 played for the rest of the field as well.
We saw a
Great
few names
birdie.
who are on fire. That is a great birdie from Tuomas there. We saw some people trucking along at a crazy pace in the front 9. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them match it in the back 9. As Lucas there gets himself back to par. Great job. Really strong finishes. You see
Absolutely.
him grabbing 4 of the final 6 holes. And right there, Joonatan also securing his birdie on 18 to be 7 under, tied with Tuomas. Great round. Exciting. Bit of damage on everyone's scorecards, but overall they were attacking all day. Let's take a look now at an interview with Tuomas Hyytiäinen and learn more about him.
I was feeling good about today's round, but front 9, it was like close to being good, but I made some mistakes there, and it was like a slow start, but on the back 9 things got working and I made some good putts, and I mean, I'm happy with the end result after like slow start, so yeah, I'm feeling good. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have that good start for the season. I was in States for 3 months, and my expectations were a bit higher. That I thought that I could play a bit better after like working so much in the off season, but it was like not that good as I wanted. But then I came back to Europe, and after that I've only had like one maybe not good event, and the others are like going well, and I had a couple podium places straight when I came back. So it's like I started from the bottom and going upper. So I'm not 100% happy with my season, but I mean there's still a couple events this year, so one event can turn my feelings easily. So my plans after this event for this rest of the season is to go to States actually on Monday. So I'll be leaving straight from here, and I'll play Des Moines DGPT Tour and World Championships, and then I'll come back and play one event in Finland and then go back to USDTC. So that's like that's my schedule right now, and I might play the final of this tour in Mias, yeah, in Spain, but I'm not sure yet. It depends how like good I feel after the USDTC. I mean, it's now second time going to States in this season. So first time I was a bit like nervous about going there, but now I think my game is feeling way better than in the early season, and I think I can finish at least better than I did on the first trip. That's my like goal, to play better there. For me, I will play 13 down.
13 down?
Yeah.
For tomorrow?
Sunday.
Sunday maybe?
Yeah, let's
What do you think
leave it on
Sunday?
Sunday. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, thank you, Tuomas, for that awesome interview. Great to get a little bit more insight from our players. Let's check in again at the scores. We got Tuomas and Joonatan at -7, Mikael at -8, Lukkas, Rokkanen at even. Let's take a look now at the leaderboard.
I'm expecting some hot rounds. We see
Whoa.
Riku, Fink, Soul leader at 12 under, Seppo and Ville tied at 11 under in second place, Nestori Tukanen 9 under, Mikael Rasmus 8 under, and a slew of names at 7 under with 5 strokes between first and 7th place. Things are heating up here in Turku, Finland. Thank you for joining us. Make sure to like and subscribe to support European disc golf coverage, and we'll see you for round 2.
Definitely some hot rounds. I'm expecting nonetheless from the rest of them. See you guys next time.